Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. And I am your host, Seductive Peach, and we have a very special music artist guest with us tonight. Very talented rap star, aka Hurricane Cam. Welcome to the show.
What's up? What's up? Glad to be back
Welcome
on the
back.
show. How you been?
Very, very good. And I'm so happy to see you representing. I almost wore my shirt too. I should have worn mine. We would have been matching.
No doubt, no doubt,
Love
no
it.
doubt. I always any like publication that I fuck with, like I always like try to like support them. So like every radio station or every podcast that got something that they, got merch and everything, I will rock it. I will buy it because that's how I support, So
Yes,
that's
thank you.
just
I
how
have
it
to
is.
say, I really greatly appreciate you supporting. You've always been very supportive ever since we met. And, we've definitely built a great networking relationship as far as support goes, and I really
Hmm.
appreciate it because it's hard to get good support nowadays. But first off, for those that don't know yet, introduce yourself and let everyone know where you're from.
All right. If anybody don't know, well, now you know. I'm RAPSTAR, aka Hurricane Cam. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA, East Coast. You know what it is. If anybody don't know, Pittsburgh is an East Coast city. Pennsylvania is part of the East Coast. It's not a coastal state, but it's still the East. You know what it is. So I represent the East Coast hard. It's just that's just what it is. But I represent hip hop too because I had done collaborations with West Coast artists, and I love the West Coast music. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a hip hop baby. I'm a '90s baby. I
Yes,
wear it
you are.
proudly on my chain. If you see, I'm a
I was just
'90s
gonna say,
baby.
very, very proud '90s baby. You have great '90s music. Great music that sounds like '90s music, I should say.
Mm,
Um, and definitely you bring back like that old school vibe in your music for sure. And that's what I like about it.
no
Plus,
doubt.
you also model as well. You've been in a lot of different magazine publications. So we have a music artist, the entrepreneur of all sorts. Do you have any shows coming up you want to tell everyone about?
Actually, yeah, it's crazy. I got a lot going on right now. Like I've been busy doing like different things, just to try to like, make a name for myself and everything. I'm actually going to be involved in a TV series.
Hmm.
It's called One Mic. Shout out to Corey White. He's the guy who's directing the movie. A lot of big names is in the movie. Joel Santana from Dipset's in the movie. Sticky Fingers and Fredro Starr. Shout out to Fredro Starr. His birthday's today. They're from Onyx. So they in the movie too. So I'm going to be in the same movie as legends like those guys. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Oh, that
that's
trailer
coming up. I
was
just
nice.
shot. What'd you say?
That trailer was nice.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
trailer was dope. The trailer was dope.
definitely.
Um, the same guy who's actually directing the actual film, he's actually putting together like a summer jam for the summer.
Hmm.
Uh, June 21st, I believe what it is, and
Nice.
I'm gonna be performing there. It's been a while since I performed. Doing due to COVID and everything, and then like I just been
Hmm.
doing other things to help my career in different ways rather
Hmm.
than going and performing and everything. So I've been doing a lot of other businesses like that.
Hmm.
But it's going to be like real big.
Hmm.
Shout out to him. um let's see.
Congratulations too on that.
Thank you. It's not my first time being on film. I was actually in the Fences movie, the
Oh,
Denzel. Yeah,
I
it's
thought you
shot.
looked
What'd you
familiar.
say?
I thought you looked familiar when I first met you.
No, actually, the scene got cut out. The scene got cut
Oh,
out when
so
I watched it,
sorry.
but it was supposed to be in the bar scene. Because if anybody don't know, that
Mm,
Fences was actually taking place in Pittsburgh, in my city.
okay.
And I remember like a month or two after I
Hmm.
shot the scene,
Hmm.
I was working for like a landscaping crew. and we was cleaning out some of the houses, and actually the house that we was cleaning out at was the next door was the house that they filmed fences where they was out in the back and everything. Like it was literally right there. So I got put on. There was this woman years ago when I was 17. I used to work for this place called K&G Sportswear, something like that. We were like a sister company to the Men's Warehouse. So we would have suits. We would have tailors. You would, you would get 3-piece suits. You would get, tailor suit. People would go and get fitted, and it could be for prom, weddings, anything. Like we had Steve Harvey. We had top of the line things. There was a woman who used to work there. After it disbanded, other people started going their different ways and everything. And I happened to been somewhere. I forgot where I was at, but I think I was visiting somebody at a community college. And when I went there, she was like one of the teachers. She was either the teachers or the receptionist, and she gave me like a piece of paper. Like she seen me, she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I seen you after all these years." Like we was like reminiscing about, how we used to work for that store. That store was cool. I just didn't like the owner. Or not the owner, but the manager. So we would like, talk about that. And she gave me an opportunity where it was a flyer and they was looking for actors, or not actors, but like extras in the Fences movie. So I took a chance. I went downtown, shot for it. I got accepted. When I went there, it was a place called the Hill District in Pittsburgh. The Hill District in Pittsburgh is a historical place for people of color, Black people. If you know anything about the Harlem Renaissance, like what happened in like New York City, where you have like it was like a boom of Black businesses. You had like the whole area was Black owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you had the birth of, jazz music coming from that. You had a birth of a certain attitude, certain pride in the Black community, where it was because it was Black owned. There was a lot of rules and regulations and respect that people lived by. You birth Langston Hughes, which Langston Hughes is a Renaissance poet. We have August Wilson. So it's kind of a mirror image of, if you look at the history from that aspect, that it kind of mirrors the Harlem Renaissance. And if you fast forward, like about 50, 60 years later, that area also became like a blood territory, a blood gang territory. We see over Harlem, they had blood territory. So it was like kind of crazy how they mirrored, different things. But, that's the historical part. So for me to be a part of that, movie, I sat back and I watched it. I got cut out, but guess what? I still got the motherfucking check, so I don't give a damn. I still got the check. They still pay me. So
still had that good experience, and definitely, you just pretty much educated everyone on some history there. Should definitely check out. Yeah, there's there's a lot of different places that has a lot of historical sites like that. I think there's some in Atlanta, some in Georgia, somewhere. I forgot the exact city, but yeah, there's a couple of different places. Also honoring Martin Luther King Jr. We even have a park here actually called Martin Luther King Jr., a park named after him. A lot of different great stuff. Historically, I feel like a lot of people don't tap into the history because they're so focused on the present and the future that a lot of people don't, educate themselves enough on their history. So why don't you tell everybody all your platforms too to follow you on?
You can follow me anywhere, like for real. If you're talking about streaming music, I'm everywhere, like Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Shazam, Tidal, anywhere. You could just type in my name, RAPSTARR. That's the audio part. If you actually want to get connected to see what I do, You can hit me up on my YouTube. Just type in "It's Rap to the Star Music." That's ICSRAP. The number two, THESTARR music. And we'll have, current music that I'm having. Sometimes I will actually post videos from my TikTok on there. I try to, try to disband them everywhere since we don't know if they're going to actually ban TikTok or not. I think that's some bullshit for real, for real. But, I try to disband my things because that's where when you was talking about the modeling joint, that's like something. That's like something like it's something that I always like. If it was something that I would actually like watch, like I do the videos is something that I would actually like to watch. Like if it wasn't me watching these videos, I would be watching these videos because the videos that I have, they're dope, and you don't see anybody doing that. So I pay homage to hip hop artists. I pay homage to my ancestors. I do these videos to show people, yo, this is what I'm about. I'm about uplifting, the black and brown people of the community. I'm about, restoring the innocence of what hip hop was as to what it is now. And like my music is very 90s and 2000s like, but it's like I'm a 90s baby, so the things that I experienced and the things that I grew up with, like a real 90s baby is not going to change their morals just because the time, changed. You know what I'm saying? So I act a certain way, I walk a certain way, I talk a certain way. Like it's just who I am as, somebody who was born in 1991. Maybe not all people was like that, but for me, like I said, that I got people who are like younger than me, like 25 at work, 25, 26, call me OG. I'd be like, don't call me that, I ain't even earned them stripes yet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but they look at me because I walk and I talk and I, my demeanor is different.
Treat yourself a certain way. You're very mature.
Exactly. And it's crazy.
What's
I
that?
remember talking to somebody and they was telling me how the way to get into the music industry is you have to appeal by the youth. You have to appeal with the kids, what the kids like and everything like that. And I disagree because I look at my stats on every social media that I have and I notice something. The majority of the people who actually appreciate the things that I'm doing right now are either my age, just a little bit younger, from like 25 all the way up to 55 and 60.
Oh,
The majority of the people, the majority of the people are between 40, I'll say 35 and 55. Those are my core audiences.
It's because of the old school vibe you bring. Like I said, I think people in those age ranges appreciate that kind of music more because we're from that era more,
Right.
What was your YouTube again? Because I'm not finding it under just RAPSTAR with 2 letters. What would it?
Yeah. So with YouTube, you're going to go to It's Rap to the Star. So it's ITS. Yeah, ITS.
ITS.
RAP.
Okay.
The number 2. THESTARR. Music.
Okay, found you. I was gonna say I know I pulled you up on here before, but I was not finding you. Okay.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Every time I Google myself, that's why I try to keep it consistent with like all my social media, because if people type in RAPSTAR, the first thing that's gonna pop up is that song RAPSTAR, and it's not even me. So
okay, found it. Now let's share the screen. Now make sure you guys type that in right so you can find them, because if you just put RAPSTAR, you're not gonna find it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rap number 2, the star. It's rap to the star, star with 2 R's. Gotcha. I have to remember that. Share screen. Okay. Now, your first let's see. Now you can see your YouTube, correct?
Yes, I can see it now.
Now, let's see. What would you, is there a particular one or just pick anything?
1990-ish.
Okay.
Right there in the blue. Yeah.
Here we go. Turn up your speakers, y'all.
Yeah, it's RAPSTARR, East Side, Pittsburgh, established February 7th, 1991. It's such a beautiful danger. Yeah. It's rap to the star, rocking a blue tango. Puerto Rican pendant on the train, watch it dango. New York bangers just made another hit. It's rap to the star on my 1990-ish. Pants sagging, Timbos, dragon product of the 90s. Never been on no bandwagon. I'm in the toe tagging, murking MCs. The blues can trail us. No way I'm letting you breathe. Defecating on imps with Napoleon complex. Regurgitate back my hot shit. Acid reflex. Legendary status. What? Hurricanes pursuing. Been rocking shows since the Black Student Unions. Rap to the star. Rocking a blue tango. Puerto Rican pendant on the train. Watch it dango. New York bangers just made another hit. It's rap to the star on my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990. It's rap to the star on my 1990. It's fucking crazy, dealing with a slum lord. Kitchen counter, follow why I move out the slums for. This is the suburbs, why I see the subfloor. I'm a humble kids, I don't wanna live here no more. Let me wanna kick in the door, cause I ain't paying rent. Don't judge you niggas live with mom watching it get thick. It's been like this for years since you was a kid. Head pulls back enough to get your own rib. I see you bobbing and weaving, balls. Hey, you open your mouth like I just let you leaking. Nothing light about this MC. I'm a roughneck. I'm a fucking masterpiece. You just a rough sketch, man. What the fuck is wrong with hip hop? Watch the dance, not the saturation of a woman's crotch. But that's cool. That's alright. Now hoes literally serious can rock the mic. Rap to the star, rockin' a blue tango. Puerto Rican pendant on the chain, watch it dango. New York bangers just made another hit. It's rap from the star on my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990-ish. On my 1990. It's rap to the star on my 1990-ish. Peep this, can you follow my linguistics? Break your fast, won't hesitate to hit a biscuit. Fly, I defy the rules of gravity. Wapo, hearts about the chest cavity. Flows like 151 mixed with Everclear, but equal bass. Fucked up like Corona, yeah. On the mic and get busy. Leave the game ending tizzy. Whole career all stay put. Kizzy, I know when I'm gone, you're going to miss me as fuck with my level of degree. History, learn from aftermath, all this Cal University. Part my French, but I get peeve after weak MCs. Come out fine after snitching. Even lesbians ain't fucking with 6'9" position. And I'll prove hip hop ain't a liar. Spirits of my ancestors is my only ghostwriter.
See, that has a whole like 1990s vibe. Like definitely, I think that's why a lot of the older generation can appreciate your music because it has that, you know, type sound to it.
But
Doesn't sound like a lot of the music you do hear now. You know, a lot of
now,
people aren't
let me tell you something crazy. I'm gonna give you a flip side to what I just told you. Remember, I told you about the older demographic, right?
right.
So, wh- when I was one day, I was going food shopping for my grandfather. I go food shopping for my grandfather quite often, and for the
Mhm.
house, you know. But I do a lot of errands for him. So he
Mhm.
goes and he tells me, he's like, yo, I want you to give me this list and everything. So I go and I have to go to Walmart and I gotta go to the deli. I go to the deli and there's this young girl that's working behind the deli. Now, she remembered me. I didn't really remember her, but she was
Mhm.
actually one of my little sister's friends. I used to drive around. Like, as soon as I got my license, my dad and my stepmom would have me drive my little sister and her friends all across town. I hated the stuff, but you know, that's my little sister. Whatever. But I used to burn CDs, like mixtapes of like certain things that I would do when I first started actually rhyming. And what I used to do was I used to flip songs. You know, I said this in the last interview that I was in before you this night. That how I started rhyming was I was influenced by the G Unit mixtapes. G
Mhm.
Unit period, 50 Cent and G Unit period, but it was the G Unit mixtapes that I was listening to that actually had me going, okay, this is how I write a 16 bar. This is how I write a hook. This is where the breakdown point goes. This is where you know, you do this, like with the different
Mhm.
melodies and everything. My number
Right.
one influence is Eminem. Eminem is the reason why I started rapping. And
Mhm.
then when 50 Cent came out fully, because I was listening to 50 Cent early before he got signed with Shady. You know,
Mhm.
the mixtapes was actually like really circling, like they were big. They was really big in New York, but when they started
Mhm.
trickling down to East Coast, like Philly and other things, like yo, that's what I wanted was a G Unit mixtape. You know, I was like,
Mhm.
yo, that's what I wanted. So um I took those skills and I started writing songs in a song format. Now I would go and I would battle people. That's how I, you know, tried to, you know, get my skills up. But it was the writing that I was like, yo, I gotta write this song. Da 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 da. So I would do remixes and I had two mixtapes. I came out with my own independent like little mixtapes. The first one was called The Resurrection of Hip Hop.
Right.
And the one that I had was what was it? It was the song that I had, the song that Little Kim had on
Mhm.
her second album. It was called Aunt Dot. I
Mhm.
flipped that and I had a song called The Conversation, which was a conversation between a young MC speaking to what you would say the most high, quote unquote, God. And he has two pictures, as he has like a picture of, you know, God, he has a picture of Tupac and Biggie on the side. And as he's
Mhm.
talking to the most high, the spirit of Tupac and the spirit of Biggie comes and they're talking to him. So they're having like a conversation. And I'm playing the whole thing. It's me rapping. So
Mhm.
let me see if I can remember how it goes. Dear Heavenly Father, what up? It's Hurricane. I gotta talk to you about some important things. Please don't be mad that I haven't talked to you in a while, but every time I see your beauty, all I can do is smile. My child, my son, tell me your plight. Even though you walk through the shadow of death, I can see your plight. I'm stressed, twisted in this game, hip hop no more. Niggas saw they so for fame, went from a real lyricist to the capitalistic. Niggas delirious. Wayne said he's the new Pac. Like, are you fucking serious? What, the new me? All these mark ass rappers want to be Machiavelli? Oh shit, it's Pac. Is that really you? Yeah, homie. All these rap soldiers I recruit. I'm chilling on the west side of the father. The prodigal son, his return. I'm about to talk to both Carters. Who? Lil Wayne and Jay? Damn, hip hop is a widow, and since I died, everybody's fucking the game. And it's a shame what niggas that do for fame. The girl shows you things just don't change. Hold the phone, I wanna let it to be known. It's Big Papa coming through to talk to you. Oh shit, I can't believe it's B.I.G., the one and only from the BKNYC. Frank White, the East Coast Dawn. Here to come and check all you hip hop pawns. Hip hop, East Coast hip hop ain't what it used to. Remember, listen, the sky's the limit and it moved ya. Now these rappers want to say like they belong in a Mason Dixon. Hold up, Big Cam. Listen, pay attention. Listen, these motherfuckers, they crooked my life, they took it in my own city. Yeah, niggas deported. See, me and Big was sacrificed. It was the industry that decided both of us to be crucified. The real black struggle is the real thug life. That's the reason why these niggas keep their guns tight. It's like they told you in the industry, you had your best friend turn on you. See, the industry is crazy, selling wax shit to the masses. Veteran rappers bring rappers all these passes. Word. I feel you, little homie. Yeah, you doing your thing. Me and Big Crown, you king, you walking with spiritual bling. One peace, one love to all my thugs. And for the real niggas, keep your head up.
Yay, love it.
So,
most definitely, I love the way you did the Biggie part. You sounded like him for real for a minute.
Yo, I fucking spazzed on that record. I fucking spazzed on that record. And you can find that actually on my SoundCloud if you just type in RAPSTARR, aka Hurricane Cam. You'll see that. So you gotta scroll all the way down, like all the way down. And right after that, it's like, yo, you'll be blown away. But to get back to the story that I was actually, talking about, the young lady, she remembered that she listened to the songs I used to come out with. And she goes and she's like, have you been coming out with any new songs? And I said, yeah, apparently, actually, I've been coming out with some better songs than what you used to back when you was, a kid. So she was like, where you at? I said, check my YouTube. I said, yo, I'm going shopping. Holla at me and tell me what you think. I go in and make my rounds. I didn't get back to see if she, listened to it or not. But there was this young dude and he was working with us. So I guess he was like, yo, I'm going to listen to your stuff too. I was like, okay. So I go home. I go and I have a notification. You can see the notification actually right on the 1990-ish screen. And you can see the comment that he wrote. And he was like, yo, nobody in Pittsburgh is rapping like this. Like, yo, you this, you like, yo, you're crazy, yo. And this is like what I've been trying to get to people. Like, you got to also understand that the kids don't want the bullshit that's out. It's just being fed to them. So they don't have no choice but to say, yo, this is what I want. You feel what I'm saying? I said, if you know if there's artists out there with some motherfucking substance, how come you can't put them niggas on? You know what I'm saying? We always talking about Sexy Red and everything like that. We always talk about the destruction and mayhem and the motherfucking bullshit and the negative in hip hop, but we can't even actually promote artists that's actually trying to make the shit better. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do feel what you're saying, and that's part of the controversy. That's part of the catch-22 in the industry. Part of the catch-22 in the industry is they don't want to let people that have substance in their music, that are trying to educate these kids on better, good lessons, maybe helping people, positive vibes, because they want our youth to be destructed, their minds to be destructed. So they're going to keep pushing and trying to influence sex, drugs, violence, guns, all those things, because that's what they want our youth to feed into. And that's where the catch-22 comes in, when you have a real artist that's super creative, that can come up with better context to teach these kids that music they'll actually listen to and mess with, and on top of it, learn something from it. And not learn guns, not learn violence, not learn sex, but actually learn something good and wholesome, maybe helping somebody, or doing something, just anything positive other than what they're feeding these kids. So that's why, because they don't want our youth and our younger generations to have anything positive. Look at what this.
At all. Like it's just crazy because like it's just people. Like I said in the other interview, I said the '90s was the like one of the realest decades ever, and the reason why it was one of the realest decades ever is because you can actually separate the real from the fake. Nowadays, you can't do that. Like you can't do that. Like you don't know. Like you can tell a bitch ass nigga from a bitch ass nigga, even if he tries to act who the hell he is. You can still tell, like, yeah, that dude's kind of crazy. So, but nowadays, you can't tell anymore, and it's about with anything. Like
Right.
people, like I'm such a realist. Like it's to the point where like I don't try to put my political views on anybody else because I hate politics. But I'm like, people ask me, they be like, "Who you voting for?" I'll be like, "This is native land. Who the fuck you think I'm gonna vote for?" I'm Seminole Native American and Taino Native American, rolled up into African with a little bit of conquistadores and all the other colonizers and shit like that. Like, this is native land. Who the fuck you think I'm gonna vote for? Ain't nobody native running. So I just be like, yo, I'm from like the people. You know what I'm saying? My music is for the people. Like I actually want like people's kids to listen to my music and be like, yo, this is what you can listen to. You know, there's big artists that said out there, we ain't gonna name no names, we probably remember who they are, but they don't even play their own music around their kids. Why? How come you cannot express your art around your kids? Is it too explicit? It's too fucked up. It's crazy.
Right, exactly. And that's facts too. I've heard artists say that, they don't even let their kids listen to their own music, and that's because it is a bad influence. Exactly. So it's like, yeah, why not, for even if it's just for your own children's sake, come out with something more wholesome. So why don't you tell everyone what your creative process is like when you're writing, when you're recording? Like, is there a specific process for each, or pretty much the same thing?
Nah, each song's different, and each song that I write, I have like I have to switch up. So like I call myself RAPSTARR, aka Hurricane Cam, and the Hurricane Cam is like the Slim Shady to my Eminem. You know what I'm saying? So it's like another ego. And like RAPSTARR is the hip hop ish. RAPSTARR is like, yo, get that's the hip hop. What you see is what you get. Hurricane Cam, on the other hand, is more political, more for his people, more. He got like there's a lot of things that he could say, and it would be like it would be like crazy because like I'm already like, somebody told me in another interview that I had some controversy about some things that I said in my songs, and it was funny because I was like, well, the funny thing is I'm not even actually talking about them indirectly. They're just a part of a flip of a ball that I'm talking about. And I'll be like, see, this is where that same energy that you got with the Eminem, the Slim Shady, back in the 90s, when motherfuckers was like, yo, did you hear what he said? I got that same energy. But I'm like, it's the MC in me. I'm not attacking anybody. It's just a flip of a ball. And I'm a lyricist, so there's certain times and certain songs that I connect with, but I treat them differently. Like 1990ish was a beat that I fell in love with before I even wrote it. Shout out to New York Bangers. New York Bangers is an amazing producer. You can find him on YouTube, NewYorkBangers.com. Search up New York Bangers. So like he got some nice like New York style hip hop, East Coast type style, like different others. Like he's crazy. Like I'm telling you, the same person who made you 1990ish. What do you think that you know, he got other bangers that MCs might want to eat off of and give him, you know, good business, because that dude can really put together some beats.
Yeah,
But
most definitely. Mhm.
I was beat shopping. I'm
Mhm.
scrolling and I'm on his website and I found that beat. And when
Mhm.
I heard that beat, that boom, 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 and
Mhm.
then the beat switches, I
Mhm.
was like, oh shit.
Mhm.
I was like, yo, I hit my mans up. I was like, yo, I gotta buy that beat, yo. So I
Mhm.
fell in love with the beat before I even purchased it. So when I purchased it, you know, exclusively, and
Mhm.
I as soon as I got the beat, I'm playing it in my headphones,
Mhm.
play the instrumental and the pen and pad. I just started flowing, no stopping. I just,
Mhm.
as it was coming down,
Right.
I was already connected and committed to the beat before I even, you know, bought the record. And sometimes I had that feeling. There's other
Mhm.
times where I'll have concept records.
Mhm.
That might take a little time depending on how passionate I am about the subject that I'm talking about. You feel what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like my
Mhm.
song Power to My People. Power
Mhm.
to My People is the first professional song that I put out.
Mhm.
Power to My People, that's Hurricane Cam.
Okay.
1990-ish is RAPSTAR. Power to My People is Hurricane Cam.
And
You know,
what about Sexual Encounters? This the old one from about 3 years ago?
yeah, I got something better than that. Switch to something else. I got something better than that. Let me see. I'm looking at it. Keep scrolling. There go Power to My People. Ah, got you. Hold up. Holla. Holla right there.
Okay, got you.
Now this one I can feel myself changing as an MC. This was the song that I felt myself changing for the better.
Yeah, yeah. Remember me? God. You fucking with rap stars music, let me hear you holler. Let me hear you holler. I'ma teach you how to stunt. Go ahead and make them dollars. Make them dollars. Top shot it after the first hit, another one will follow. If you ask me, there's any competition out there, I say nada. Go ahead and try to stunt. I'ma blow you out the water. How does the cartel cross the Mexican borders? Solitos, a mi facto, el loco, el veterano, el rito. Benvenido, this is Arbor Audio, you better lay low. Via Mexico, all the way from Puerto Rico. Rap games in a chokehold, and guess who laid hands? Who's he? Yes, me, Hurricane Cam. These new niggas ain't fucking with my raps. Pussy niggas with dick, hit attitude, you got a 69. My punchlines like getting hit with a little Uzi. Aim like Kodak, you won't hear a little beep. I'm spitting balls till I croak, and I'm an iceberg to you Titanic, so fuck your little boats. Look, said there's a difference between metaphors and real rap. How a nigga with metaphors could really rap. Fucking with rap stars music, let me hear you holler. Let me hear you holler. I'ma teach you how to stunt. Go ahead and make them dollars. Make them dollars. Rap star. Top shot it after the first hit, another one will follow. If you ask me, there's any competition out there, I say nada. Thou should not fuck with a vertical son. Punchline, screw niggas face up like a shot of 151. I'm about as hood as a Chamberlain bitch. You better suburb as a white picket fence. Cornelius, grab your cojones if you love this jam. Shoot us, grab your GGs if you love Hurricane Cam. I'm killing this track. word to my ancestors. All I need is a notebook and my lethal injection. I'll check it. 20 years after Easy, niggas still cruising. Even after Mona Lisa, knowing the shots is still shooting. Search over land, search under the sea. You'll find a Pusha T just by Drake before you find a man hotter than me. Nigga, please, you ain't in my pedigree. I split your wig like a ball, bitch, parting the weave, my G. If you a rap star fan, let me hear you holler. If not, shut up, bitch, it's swallow. It's your boy RAPSTARR. I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. I mean, I couldn't be quiet for this long. Had to show 'em real rap. It's all about. Goddamn, the first part of my name is rap. What the fuck you think this is supposed to be? I get into new shit.
Holla, that's definitely one I don't think I've heard before. Definitely liked it. It was a whole vibe. Definitely still that old school vibe.
That
So,
record, I haven't. There was a time period that I wasn't going like to the studio at much. I was too busy, trying to work and earn a living and shit like that. So there was a time period that I wasn't actually going to a studio. So that was one of the first records that I recorded. Shout out to my man Sonny Brasco. He was the one who showed me. He was like, "Yo, if you really going, take this music shit, seriously, you're gonna actually have to buy some beats, my guy, like some exclusive ones." So that
right,
was just
right.
a freestyle that I did to get shit off my chest, because at the time I wasn't angry at nobody. I don't got no beef with nobody, but it's like what KRS-One said before. Shout out to KRS-One. I actually met him when I was in college. Insightful brother. Um, it's amazing hearing him talk,
Mm-hmm.
and being that I told you that 50 Cent is one of my top MCs that help influence me. KRS-One is 50 Cent's influence. So how would
Mm-hmm.
you feel meeting the rapper that inspires you, that inspired them?
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was amazing talking to him. But um KRS-One said that for his practice, he had a list of MCs that he could battle at any time to sharpen his skills lyrically as an MC.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was doing. So whoever was being talked at the moment, at that point, that's what I was going at. And I wanted to still see if I got it. And at
Mm-hmm.
that point, that's when I felt like I was emerging into a better MC.
Right.
And I dedicated that to say, you know what? I know I can go that route,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd rather go to the peaceful route and talk about unifying people rather than,
Mm-hmm.
attacking people that
Right.
I really don't have issues with, but I'm just sharpening my
Mm-hmm.
skills to let people know if I'm in that arena, I might do something.
Right. So
But
how long have you been doing music?
how long?
Yeah.
Man, so I'm 33 now. February 7th, 1991. Uh, I've been doing music since I was about maybe between 9 and 12.
Oh
Like
wow.
I played musical instruments, but I never really stuck to them. Like I played the snare
Mm-hmm.
drum, I played the saxophone. Um, I never really stuck to them,
Mm-hmm.
but music was all around me, so I couldn't get away from it, even if I could. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
nights where I'll be spending time with my grandfather, right? I mean, not my
Mm-hmm.
grandfather, but my grandmother. I spent a lot of time over my great grandmother's house because my mom, she was either working, she worked about like 3 jobs plus went to college and everything like that. So my
Mm-hmm.
mom was like that 90s career woman, you know what I'm saying, with the
Right.
pantsuit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, the
Mm-hmm.
90s women with the pantsuit going out to work with their briefcase and everything like that. Like she looked like what do you call them? The one of the sisters off of Living Single type. She was like one of them. So, but my mom, she always worked in radio. So growing up, my mom would always take me to work with her. If she could, she would take me with her. If not, then I would go over to my grandmother's. Or when I was with my dad, I would be with my dad. But she worked at 2 radio stations that was prominent in Pittsburgh in the 90s. And one of them was called WCXJ. That is a radio station that's no longer around anymore. But it was very prominent in the 90s because it was one of the Black-owned radio stations in Pittsburgh. And they dealt with talk radio. Right. And there would be a lot of, people coming in like, rest in peace, Dr. Ralph Proctor. My mom let me know about maybe a few months ago, like around February, around my birthday, that there was a radio personality that I used to see this man go on the radio. And when he'd do his talk show, and my mom would produce for him. Like, how you remember Frasier, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if in a scenario where my mom would be a Roz.
Okay, gotcha.
So she was like that. She was the one running the switchboards and doing all of that. And I was around that environment. And then when I would go to her other job, which was Whammo. Whammo is still around, but it's not owned by the same people that it was back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, it was a lot better because they had an AM side and they had an FM side. The FM side was like your hip hop, your modern day hip hop. That's what was playing right now. And then the AM side, in the morning, you would have your talk radio. And then when it got around like 9 o'clock, 10ish, maybe even 11, they would have Quiet Storm. You remember Quiet Storm, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's when they had all the popular R&B artists from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I mean, we talking about from SWV all the way to Tina Marie. You know what I'm saying? And I was bombarded with that. And then when I go over my grandmother's house and I would spend the night with my grandmother, I was actually spending time with my great-grandmother. My great-grandmother and my grandmother lived together. Okay. But it was my great grandmother who was taking care of me. If you know the Golden Girls, let's say that my great grandmother was Sophia and my great grandmother was Dorothy. But the mother was still able to take care of the daughter. It was kind of switched around. But I was over my grandmother's a lot. So when I would be over my grandmother, she would listen to radio. That's my mom's mom. I would be there like 4 a.m, waking up 4 a.m, and having my grandmother playing boombox, playing doo-wop from the 50s and everything like that. I would wake up, listen to that, and then go back to my father, which my father is the one who actually is the most influential part because he's the one that put that seed in. Like, he's the one that planted. Because me and him, we had this conversation not too long ago, and I asked him, I said, yo, did you mean for me to go this route like in hip-hop? And he said, yes and no. He said, I planted the seed, but, you're an individual. When I seen you start rapping, I sat back and I was like, let me see if this is just a phase. Because people have phases. Right. I remember I had a rap group before. Out of everybody in my rap group, I'm the only one that was rapping and actually moving forward with it. So, and I was the leader. So, he was like, I don't know where your ambitions will lie. So I sat back and I just watched. And when I seen you started and you started to get better and better and better and better, and not only lyrically, but you're getting noticed, you're actually putting in the work of what you're actually doing. Right. And you're actually saying some stuff. So we talking about picture 1997. Right. I'm like 6 at the time. Imagine July, summertime, like 98 degrees. Like, you look down the block and you could see heat waves, man. You riding shotgun in your daddy's Cadillac. Your back's burning because he got the leather seats. Your side's burning because you got the
little stuff there.
Yeah, you got that joint, and then you got the wood grain on the dashboard. And my dad is banging Bone Thugs and Harmony. He's banging.
Harmony. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bone Thugs. I'm glad that what was it? Crazy, was it Crazy Bone? That was sick. He bounced back. Was that Crazy Bone?
I believe so.
Well, I'm glad that he bounced back because we have it kind of sounds like we kind of have a jinx. I don't even believe in motherfucking jinxes, but it seems like there's a lot of rappers that's dying for no reason, old and young. So I'm glad the fact that he bounced back, because that's another legend that we would definitely be heartbroken if anything happened to him. So I'm glad that he bounced back.
They're going to be having a show. I believe it's in June, if I'm not mistaken, May or June. I'll definitely keep everyone posted. I just briefly heard something about it the other day. So, from one of the stations. So yeah.
Word.
Yeah, so they're gonna have a show soon. If it's not too far, I might try to go.
Oh, that's dope. That's really dope. But it's like they definitely like. My dad playing Bone Thugs. He's playing Eazy-E. He's playing Dr. Dre. He's playing Snoop. He's playing West Side Connections. He's playing Nas. He's playing Shine. He's playing Foxy Brown. He's playing 50 Cent. He's playing G-Unit. He's playing, even the R&B records like Blackstreet. SWV, In Vogue. Kid and Play. All of these music that I'm sitting here and I'm grasping as a young kid. So the music has always been with me. But where I actually started finding interest in hip hop was when I was around between 9 and 11. So at the time, and still is, my favorite rapper to listen to at that moment was Eminem. Eminem was my number one influential artist of mine. And then right after was 50 Cent. So Eminem is the reason why I started rapping, and 50 Cent and G-Unit is the reason why I became serious. Along with LL Cool J. Along with DMX, RIP to DMX. I was fortunate enough to meet him 2 years before he passed. Shout out to my boy True Live. I said it in the last interview. I forgot to mention him, but shout out to my boy True Live for even setting that up for me to meet him. But DMX is another influence, and Little Kim. Little Kim is another top influence of mine. So all of these musicians, and all of these artists, and all of these the music that I'm blending into, growing up, and even aside from hip hop, like I'm a 90s baby, so I listen to almost every aspect of the 90s period. I like the Dixie Chicks. I don't give a damn.
Hey, I like the Dixie Chicks. They're one of the few country groups that I actually mess with for real. And Shadazy.
I like Shadazy too.
Yes.
I like Shadazy. I like Dixie Chicks.
Man,
there's a couple of them that I don't know a lot of their categories. I like Shania Twain.
Of course. Yeah, Shania.
I like Tim McGraw.
He is good.
Yeah.
Faith Hill.
Would you say? Oh, Faith Hill, most deaf. They play her a lot at work and everything. Aside from that, aside from country, I listen to pop music. Britney Spears. I was a big Backstreet Boys fan. Like, I like the Backstreet Boys. NSYNC. Christina Aguilera, Mandy Moore. These is people that I was like when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 listening to Radio Disney. These were the people that was popping at the time. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like every aspect of the 90s I grasp and I learn, and the 90s is just in me. Like the 90s is just like it's within me. Like nobody can walk down the street, they look at me, they be like, oh yeah, that's that guy. Yeah. I ain't hard to miss. People can definitely recognize me.
So, do you have any advice you would give the younger generation that is trying to come up in the industry? What would
Mm.
be your advice to them?
Number one, know your history. You got to know your history. For everything that you start, there's a start. There's never a finish unless it completely stop. But we all know hip hop can't stop, won't stop. So you know, you got to know your history. So if you aspire to be a rapper, know who DJ Cool Herc is. Shout out to him, his birthday. I don't know if it was today or it just passed yesterday, but shout out to him, DJ Cool Herc, who is the founder of what we call hip hop. Know where hip hop came from. Know the founders of hip hop, why hip hop even started in the first place. Just learn every aspect, the 5 elements of hip hop. There's even more elements of hip hop that's not even listed in the core, but it's all a part of the hip hop. Know the basis of it. That's the number one thing with anything. You got to know the history of it. It's like with anything. I don't give a damn if you working at McDonald's, right? You go and you apply and you go and you get accepted to go to McDonald's, and the first thing you do is have orientation. What do? They take you in the back and you gotta watch that boring ass 2-hour movie about how that damn Big Mac was started, who started it, why it started, and everything like that.
Right.
You don't really give a damn. But this is the history of why the company exists. You feel me? So you got to understand the origin of something. That's number one, first and foremost. Second, have your own style. Don't be afraid to be you.
Right.
You know, I see a lot, like, in the industry, it's a lot of cookie cutter motherfuckers out there. I was saying it in the last interview. Like, yo.
Right.
If you look at the rappers today, all of them are Lil Wayne clones. If you got a face tattoo and you got different colored dreads and you wear skinny jeans and you're skinny as hell and you got tattoos all over and you sip lean, you're a Lil Wayne copy. But it's not their fault because it's just Lil Wayne. He was dominant a lot of them times when these young rappers are growing up.
Right.
We talking about 2006. We got a lot of young rappers from born in like the 2000s. My little sister's age, they 21. So when they was growing up, his reign was growing. So a lot of them would say, "Yo, my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne," because that's the artist that they grew up listening to. And the crazy thing about it is Lil Wayne been balling since he was like 11, 12, 13. He was rapping for that long.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want to look up to somebody like that? But at the same time, because Lil Wayne, they got the Lil Wayne image and it's the rock star image. And then they only following the image and not actually following with the talent. So when you see somebody doing lean or you see somebody, a rapper, you know, doing this and taking these drugs and everything like that, there's some rappers that talk about doing drugs in their records and they don't even do them.
Right.
But the fans do.
Now,
words are powerful. Words are powerful.
Oh, words are very powerful. Your tongue is very powerful. You could speak things into existence. You can manifest things. Manifestation is very real with your tongue. You can speak everything into existence. Man, I wouldn't probably be where I am if it wasn't for my speaking things into existence, manifestation, hard work, and consistency. You know, you just gotta trust and believe. You know, me personally have faith, but also, you know, when you have faith, that is believing even maybe in something you can't see. And just like manifesting, you might not be able to see it. It's not tangible where you could touch it and see it right now, but you can manifest it and speak it into existence and make it come forth, you know. I definitely believe power of the tongue is crazy. That's why it's important too to watch what you say to people, because your words could cut people deeper than
Most
anything.
deaf, most deaf. It's you know, words can make or break you. And what people don't understand is because we're rappers, even if we don't want to be, we have a responsibility to the public. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And you can see it not only just with rappers, you've seen it shit. When Trump said that, yo, we're gonna storm the Capitol, look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Word of mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have enough people believing in something because of words, I always say I want my music to be like indoctrinated in like colleges. I
Influence.
want them to look at my music because I'm going to have. What people don't know, that I have a bachelor's in a degree in history,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
specializing in African American, Native American, and Latino studies.
Mm-hmm.
So within my music, I want to acquire all of that information with my songs. So where the same information that you was going to get when you was finishing your courses, you can
Mm-hmm.
acquire those same information, because the information is for everybody. It's not just exclusive for people who go to college. You just got to look for it. You got to do research and
Right, you
everything
gotta
like
do
that.
your research, right? Mm-hmm.
Right. So I want, if you're gonna go and you wanna, I want my music to be one of the things that be like, you know what? I mean, this is a credible source. This is what we're gonna, you know, say, and that's where I want it. I think that's the definition of hip hop when you're talking about the community. I want people to know where they came from. You feel me?
Right.
And you know, that's where it's gonna. That's where I think uh I'm special at, because there's not a lot of rappers out there that's doing it. But I don't care if there's enough people who's willing to listen to what I got to say. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Right. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out to Beverly Bush, Beautiful Danger Entertainment, CJ. Um, Shout out to New York Bangers for playing for producing 1990ish. If you don't know, I'm actually in the voting for Who's Next NYC.
Mm-hmm.
I need some votes, baby. I need some votes, man. I need some votes, man. I need to be in that number one spot. So
Mm-hmm.
there's like you can vote for RAPSTARR in two categories, for best artist of the year and best artist of the week. And you know, I'm trying to get that number one spot. So um
Do you have the link in your pinned in your profile?
I do have the link. I do have the link. I can post that up. I've been doing promos like crazy, like on TikTok and everything like that, with the videos, uploading them to Facebook and everything. I can post up the link as soon as
Mm-hmm.
like possible for people to vote. I'm in the first category and in the last category, Rap Star. You'll see me. So I'm
Most
trying to be
definitely.
everybody's favorite.
Get them votes in. Y'all heard it. Make sure you pin it to your profile after the live. And thank you again for coming on the show. Always a pleasure having you on.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on the show. Always a pleasure.
And I'm gonna play this song while we wrap things up, y'all.
You know
Um,
what? That's perfect. Marijuana dreaming. I got the blunt in my hand. That's perfect right there.
we're gonna go out in like a little smoke champs session with the perfect song.
It's
Marijuana
the
dream.
perfect song. And you know what? We 2 days early. This is 420 Eve, 420 Eve.
Exactly.
So let's
But
get it popping for 420 Eve, 420 Eve. We go get
right.
it popping with Marijuana Dreaming. This is my verse. This is one of my favorite verses because, man, you just go ahead and play that, girl.
I was gonna say, if y'all have a blunt, go ahead and light up that blunt too. Smoke with us. There we go.
Yeah, it's RAPSTARR, aka Cocaine Can, representing the East Side, bringing the East Coast back. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there, you know, marijuana dreaming. If you don't know what that means, well, I tell you, put the blunt down, shut the fuck up. Yeah, the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Hold it and blow it out. Hold it and blow it out. Rolling out Jamaican 50 while listening to 50. Don't make me get busy with the 9 millions, you feel me? I'm higher than the heavens, even Zeus and Hades, feel me? With the pen or the pistol, I'm a warrior like Achilles. You say a gangster, but nigga, I know you're lying. I don't gotta be from Queens to get rich. Should I trying, cause I'm the new breed. Nigga, I'm hardcore, having niggas begging for mercy, feeling my wrath for my hunger for more. I'm a young buck, but I ain't straight at Cashville. In a couple of years, riding in the Coupe de Ville. You can't deny RAPSTARR, he got the skills. Prepared for the massacre when I shoot to kill. Right hand over the wheel, Latina right in the passage of music. My documentary, when I release the massacre. The bug got me paranoid, niggas be scheming. Roll a twist to smoking, these niggas marijuana dreaming. Yeah, the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Let the smoke and hold it and blow it out. Hold it and blow it out. Hold it and blow it out.
Hold it and blow it out.
You know it. You know it.
Oh, that's the vibe if you're smoking to listen to for real.
Oh yeah, and it was crazy because I don't know if you noticed, but that whole verse I was doing G-Unit references.
Yeah,
so I was like rolling that Jamaican 50 while listening to 50. Don't make me get busy with them 9 millions, you feel me? I'm higher than the heavens, even Zeus and Hades, feel me? With the pen or the pistol, I'm a warrior like Achilles. You say you was a gangster, but nigga, I know you lying. I don't gotta be from Queens to get rich or die trying, cause I'm the new breed. Nigga, I'm hardcore. Get niggas begging for mercy, feeling my wrath for my hunger for more. I'm a young buck, but I ain't straight out of Cashville. See me in a couple of years riding in the Coupe de Ville. You can't deny RAPSTARR, he got the skills prepared for the massacre. What I shoot to kill, right hand over the wheel. Latina right in the passenger, using my documentary. When I released the massacre, the bug got me paranoid. Niggas be scheming, roll a twist to smoking. These niggas marijuana dreaming.
Yo, y'all go follow RAPSTARR, period. I mean, what
yeah, follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
That music. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. Please make sure you guys share the live, like the live, all that good stuff. And we will be back live. We did start this interview a little late, so my 9 o'clock show is running a little late, but we are still going to do it for probably about a half hour, y'all. Everyone's gonna meet my bestie, so I'll be back live shortly. Probably take like a 10-minute intermission, and then I'll be back live. And we're going to do an exclusive edition every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern with my bestie as my guest co-host. And so it's definitely going to be interesting. I think you guys are going to love her. Very lively personality. Great energy. So definitely going to be fun for sure. Watching us chop it up.
Word.
So definitely tune in. Give me like 10, 15 minutes, and then we're going to tap back in. So make sure you guys are following also on my Seductive Peach YouTube and subscribe. Make sure you're following on my Seductive Peach Facebook page, my Melissa Flynn page. And also the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach page. For some reason, I don't know why my Facebook podcast page and StreamYard haven't been connecting. It's saying it's not, then it tells me I reconnect and it's fine. And then I go live and it's still not going live on my podcast page. So I'm working on getting that fixed, but you guys can still find us live on 2-3 other Facebooks. Also, it's on. Shout out to Israel Yahweh. That is the YouTube, which is also Trill Will. Then also Trill Will Israel's Twitter as well. So we've been live quite a few different places still tonight. So definitely shout out to everyone, and we thank everyone for their support. And until next time, God bless y'all, and I hope you guys can tune back in later this evening.
Yeah.
Again, thank you again. You know, you're always welcome to come back on the show anytime.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me on the show.
Most def. Talk to you soon.
Word. One.
Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. See you soon.